Hey there, Wargamers! Welcome to today's Warhammer 40k Battle Report. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by special guest, Impending Duff.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Let's take a look at our Catachan list today. I call it Catachan because it's pretty much all Catachan models. I only really have a couple Jungle Fighter teams, though. Leading the entire thing, we have Colonel Iron Hand Strachan, who is our Warlord because he's a Commandant as a keyword, so he's got to kind of be our Warlord, but that's okay. We are going to give him a Warlord trait, which is his Warlord trait, the Frontline Combatant, which makes him even more deadly in melee. Realistically, he's just like a really good Space Marine captain, but it's kind of weird on a you know, I guess he's got a bionic arm. That could explain a lot of it. It's just a really good bionic arm. And yeah, he doesn't have any relics. Our second HQ choice will be a platoon command squad with actually pretty much all the fixings. It's got the box, medic, one of the veterans has a melta-gun, we have a regimental standard. The Ogren bodyguard has a really big knife and a ripper gun. We are going to add an attaché of a Master of the Fleet, even though it hasn't really done much for us. And we have a Master Vox as well. They will be carrying our relic, Kirov's Aquila, which actually might have some play in this game against the Necrons. I will have a Leman Russ tank commander. Well, I guess just tank commander. He will be a tank ace, though, Master of Camouflage, which always seems fitting for a Catachan list, even though we're fighting in the snow. We're going to give him multi-meltas on the side, a heavy bolter out front, and the plasma executioner on top. We are going to give him track guards as well. The rest of the list will be 8 teams of infantry. We have 2 Catachan jungle fighter teams, which means they can take more flamers. We have 4 infantry teams with a melta-gun, and then we have 2 infantry teams with a las cannon upgrade. We're going to be running a couple of armored chimeras with their armored tracks. One of them is going to have a pintle-mounted storm bolter because that's what's there. And the last little bits here will be a couple of additional heavy tanks in the form of Leman Russes. I was debating on taking these out and adding a super heavy, but I just didn't end up doing that today. One of them is going to be a battle cannon turret with a las cannon out front and a couple of heavy bolters on the sides to provide some backline fire support. And we're going to try an aggressive demolisher, realizing I believe it's an Eradicator turret on my last game, so people are going to make fun of me on that one. By the way, I also haven't seen any of my previous Astra Militarum games before recording this one, so I haven't had any of your feedback yet. So if I'm doing something incorrectly and I repeated this game, I do apologize. Hopefully it's not a big deal. I'm sure it's something minor, but yeah, I know that can be annoying to some folks watching. But I got the Demolisher here. I'm going to run triple heavy flamers on it, because it's going to be a frontline heavy tank where it's going to try and be, if it gets tied up, it just keeps pumping all those flamer shots into people, and then the Demolisher just shoots down table, something like that. I'm going to try it out, see how that plays. And armor tracks on him as well. That is my 1,500 points of Astra Militarum. Kind of a simple, nice little Catachan list. A lot of infantry and tanks is kind of what you'd expect. Let's go take a look at Duff's Necrons today.
All right, today for my Necrons, I am bringing 1,500 points. I'm doing custom Dynasty Eternal Conquerors for everything being OBSEC. And what Necron list isn't complete without the Silent King himself? I did choose to take his Warlord trait, which will allow me to sticky one of my protocols for 2 turns. Then, bringing a Chronomancer, pretty bare bones, I did take Veil of Darkness with him. Next up is Luminosaurus. Then we're moving on to the troops here. Pretty simple, 2 blocks of 10 Flayer Warriors. Moving on to the Elite selection. I've got 2 bricks of 6 Scorpic Destroyers. Only 1 Plasma Sight, unfortunately. I didn't have the 15 points to add a second one. Fast attack, I've got myself 3 units of 3 Scarab bases. And last but not least, everybody's favorite Locust Heavy Destroyers in a unit of 3 with Gauze Destructors.
Duff and I will be playing Tempest of War, and our mission today will be the Happy Bowtie deployment called Spearhead Assault. It's just a different search and destroy, really. We'll have an area in the middle where we're not allowed to deploy within 9 of. And then we'll have the triangles to the sides, thus making our bow tie. So our deployment zones are going to be a long table deployment with the triangle going towards the middle, but staying 9 inches away from the middle. And we have 6 objectives in this game because we have hidden supplies as our mission rule here. So as you can see, there is 1 in each player's deployment zone. Then there will be 4 in no man's land, one of them being directly in the middle there. The primary mission will be a direct assault today. You'll gain points in the 2nd to the 5th battle rounds for controlling at least 1 objective, 2 objectives, and more than your opponent, and you'll get 4 per category to a max of 12 per turn there. And you can cap out at 45 points on primary, and then the other potential 45 points will be coming from the secondary mission cards, which Duff and myself will be drawing throughout the game, and causing the actual Tempest of War itself. Now, the other part of direct assault is in every battle round, including the first, you're going to gain 2 victory points if you can control or take control of an objective you didn't control at the start of your turn, or destroy an enemy unit that was on that objective at the start of your turn. However, if you do both, you'll actually gain 3 points instead of 2, thus helping towards your primary there. All right, here we have our table for today's game. We haven't deployed it. In fact, we don't even know where we're deploying at all. We have our bow ties here and there, but we'll figure that out in a second. I just want to give a shout out to the terrain here. The battle mats from GameMat, I've been using it last few games here. I like it because it's fun and it's wintry, and I'm also playing Catachan, so like they have no winter gear at all. So it doesn't work at all, but you know what? It's the game we have, and it's what I've set up. We have our 6 objectives because we have hidden supplies. Typically only play with 5. So this does change up quite a bit when you really consider it. All the terrain on the board is from Gale Force 9, though the buildings and the craters are. It's a new set that they just sent us. You buy it as is. So they have other colors in green and white, but this one in particular is green and white. You can go check it all out. It comes painted, so you just kind of buy it, unbox it, put it on the table, and play your games. Really good for the 9th edition Warhammer 40k because you got the ruins, obviously, doing ruin things. And they've got the walls as well that go along with it. And the craters are just really good pieces of terrain for the game as well. However, we do have some greenleaf terrain, trees, and some old Citadel wildwoods acting as like footprints for our dense terrain here. And I guess that's actually about it here. I do want to remind our Silver Vault members you have access to a lot of discount codes available on the Vault section of the website to many different terrain companies, battle mat companies, hobby supplies, you name it, it is in there. Go check it out. Vault section on the website or in the link in the description below. But if you're not a Silver Vault member and you want to see what's available, you can go and check it out too. You just can't benefit from the codes. Also, if you want to come by and play war games with us here at MiniWarGaming.com, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge. You'll talk to Josh, and he'll play games with us like Duff here. And we'll play anything, like Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, Star Wars Legion, Titanicus, you name it, I'll play it. We are near Niagara Falls, Ontario. Also near, technically, Niagara Falls, New York State. So it's, whichever side you want to take it from. We're right by Buffalo, guys, so come play war games with us. We're going to roll off, we're going to pick size and deploy right now, but I got to get a die. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. 6 and a 3. Okay, well then I'm actually going to pick this side because it is quite a good side with the objectives right here. And my army's right behind me. And this is the exact opposite of last time. Last time the objectives were so far away from me over there, but my army was behind me, so I had a hard decision. Do I go for the better objective side, or am I just going to be a lazy you-know-what, right?
Whatever's fun, right?
Exactly. So I'm gonna take the lazy option and the slightly closer objectives, I feel. So we're going to be right back and show you how we deploy. And we are back. So with deploying, I have my 2 units of Flamers in reserve, the Catachan Jungle Fighter proper units. And then we just have a bunch of Catachan infantry squads deployed everywhere else. I actually changed up my heavy weapon teams a little bit. I now just realized I could take a special weapon in addition to the heavy weapon. So I have these old school Catachan snipers. How cool are the guys laying down with the rifles is so neat. I was organizing my collection. I'm like, I'm never going to use these guys. Then I realized I could take a sniper rifle, so why not? It's fine, I guess. I could take a plasma gun, but the sniper rifles are cool. So we have all of these all set up. We have Strachan and a Melta infantry team in here, or an infantry team with a Melta gun. Our command squad, plasma team. Our tank commander with the demolisher, the proper demolisher turret, and the battle cannon. Another guard team here with a heavy weapon, and a Melta gun team back here. We have a Melta team in the ruins, half in the ruins, half out of the ruins. And that is about it. Now, for the Necron side, we got Scarabs on the left, Scarabs on the right, all behind dense terrain. And we have an entire army of Necrons behind the ruins here. Some are out front. The warriors are going to be out front in the ruins. They get shot at, but everything else is hiding behind that level of ruins there, so they don't want to get hit by the nasty... well, I wouldn't want to get hit by the guard shooting either off the rip. You want that one turn of mobilizing and getting around the table first. Okay, that is it for deployment. We are going to roll off to see who has to go first in this game of Warhammer 40K and let the better team win. Oh, so we turn 1 Necrons. All right, oops, sorry. I bet, and then it will mostly come down to Tempest of War, which is usually the great equalizer.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe you'll get some good early turn 1 cards, put pressure on these objectives over here, and force me to start struggling and put attention on the forward units as opposed to the guys coming up in the back there, and all that good stuff. Do you have your command protocols all situated?
I do. However, I'm cheating.
Wow, we
Pull these back. They're outside the deployment.
Oh, yeah, the triangles. You're right, the triangles. Those ones look good. Those ones are going to... Yeah, that doesn't change much. Those are going to be over there instead. Easy fix. Nice.
Yeah.
So turn 1 Necrons. So good luck, Duff.
Thank
you and the Necrons.
Sir.
Better luck to me and my guard, though. All right, the first draw for Duff and the Necrons will be Storm Hostile Objective. Typically a pretty rough draw, because I only have the 1 objective in my deployment zone. Bring It Down will be destroying one of my Lehman Russes, and then Investigate Sites is performing an action in the middle of the table. First protocol for the Necrons would be Sudden Storm, the directive of extra move. Yep. So everything's +1 move.
Yep, +1 move.
And the sticky, the one that'll last the entire game will be Undying Legion, naturally. Are you going to do the Living Metal one, the heal 2 wounds, or the reroll?
You get both if they're sticky, I believe.
Ooh, only if you're Zerakan. It's only if you're Zerakan, so you get to pick one of the 2, yeah. The second directive?
Yeah.
Is that the reroll?
That's the reroll.
That's the reroll? Gotcha, yeah. But that's typically what I do as well. So extra movement. Now, what do you want to do for my Will Be Dones?
So my Will Be Done, I'm going to put it out on, I guess, the 2 warrior groups. So I'm going to use these little blue cubes to denote that.
Happy blue cubes, +1 to hit. And then, does the Luminor do his augment in the command phase or the movement phase?
Movement phase, at the end of the movement phase. And then the Chronomancer in the back here is going to give his Chronometron to the Locust Heavies today.
5 up invuln save and reroll charge rolls.
Yeah. Those deadly charges.
Those deadly
Locust
charge
Heavy
rolls.
Destroyers.
Absolutely. So the goal is, which of these, I guess you get to pick one of these Lehman Russes to go for. I'm going to double check they're all the same wounds. They should all be 13, even though the tank commander is a character. I think they all share the same characteristic. Chat, I picked the one you have to kill. It's going to be my battle cannon, I guess, because he's no, we're gonna go for a demolisher. You have to kill my demolisher. Sure this one here instead. We go right to movement. We're going to show you where everything ends up. A lot of the stuff in the middle here will maybe be coming out. If not, we have some scarabs to show off too, but we'll be back in about a second. Right, things have moved. So the Necron warriors are moving 7. So if they're more than 9 away, they just do a normal move forward. They're going to investigate sites here as they all get wholly within 6. And then Xerath moves forward. These ones move into the woods, so they only move about 5 because of Sudden Storm. Scarabs moving forward. Scarabs moving forward, and then the other Scarabs taking up the spots of the old ones. We have Scarabs over there. Our heavy destroyers moved to this flank here to get some shots down the table at our direct target. No, bring it down target. The Silent King, ominously hovers forward, and the 2 units of Scorepeck are remaining behind the ruins, hidden because they don't want to get shot at right away. That'll be it for movement. We're gonna go right on to some shooting, but let's see what is Mr. Illuminor gonna do here.
He is going to buff that front group of warriors there.
Yeah, we're going to get either BS, toughness, or weapon.
That would be strength.
Oh, the strength. Yeah, the one you'd never really care about too much. Hey, there's strength 5, though. Hoping for T5, I assume. Yeah. We're not going to be subtle here. We're going to start with the heavy destroyers firing down at our Lehman Russ with the Demolisher turret here. Let's roll her up. These should be 3s to hit.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to pop smoke. I'll make them 4s.
Okay.
Yeah.
4s rerolling for the Silent King.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom.
So we're good there.
Didn't help at all so far. Boom. Oh, didn't quite help. So they all hit.
Yep.
And then these are 3s to wound normally.
3s to wound.
And I'm not gonna bother with damage
so that
reduction.
One makes it. That one makes it, and I'll pay the CP to auto wound that.
Yeah, one. Techno-oracular targeting on that one
sir.
there. So these are -4.
Correct.
So these are all gonna be 6-up saves. I make 1, and then that's gonna be 3d3 damage twice. And first one, boom. So that's gonna be.
That's
5?
6.
6, yeah. So we're almost there. We have 7 remaining wounds. Second one, 6. All right, we're alive.
Zarek,
Yeah, we're not
Illuminors. There's
going to be alive for long here, though. I'm going to go with the Lance on Illuminor Xerath, firing at this tank as well. See if the smoke helps here. It didn't help before.
3d3.
Boo, boo, boo.
So I get 2.
2 shots from his Lance, which are hitting on probably 3s now, I assume. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh.
1 and a reroll.
Boom, boom. Command point. Is that like a CP reroll?
For the Silent King.
No reroll on Xerath. He's not core, but we do have a single hit with his Lance. Let's see if it hurts. It's probably, I don't even know what strength it is. That's a wound. What's the AP on that bad boy?
D6.
Oh, so what's the armor?
Oh,
you know, I'll roll safe.
4.
Not a 3 though. All right, he is dead. Does he explode or just fall over? He just falls over. He's a smoking wreck, but gotta remove him. That's one of the Leman Russes dealt with and a secondary achieved. What's up next?
So we're gonna take the Miniers into the Leman Russ back there.
Gonna shoot through the ruins there into
Sir.
He's got the turret poking out like a dummy. That's what he gets for putting his turret out. They're hitting on 2s. Yeah, he's the Silent King after all. A couple hits.
Yep.
And these are 3s to wound the tank because they're pretty high strength. Can't quite remember, but it's
Strength 12.
That works, yeah. Probably around AP 3 or 4. Well, definitely not a 3 on that one. So that's straight 6 if I recall.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's it for shots into him. So he's gonna have 7 remaining wounds. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I got a D20 right there. Next up, we got the warriors here in the woods. Gonna take some shots into my infantry squad in the ruins here in the cover. At 10 flare shots here, hitting on 2s because of my will be done. And they're in the woods. They don't care about it so much. They get to reroll extra core. You're the king. Bum, 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 bum. Everything hits, and these are 3s to wound. With the strength 4 flare. It's gonna burn right through the cover we get. Okay, well,
Bad day, man.
not an ideal roll. We're at 5 up saves. That's 4 dead though.
Not expecting that.
That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll take some regular dudes here. It'll be for shooting on a morale. I only got the 1 over here. They get to use the officer's leadership. They lost 4. They're gonna be good at 8. And for scoring, you do get bring it down so that big tank is out of here. And you are going to score Investigate Site as well. We're going to complete that again. The middle of the table is right here. They're all holding within 6 of it. And that means you're going to get 2 of your secondaries on the first turn, which is outstanding in Tempest of War. That's really hard to, that's typically hard to accomplish. And well, I was hoping and then my other rush got like pretty hammered. And on primary, you don't score the main parts of it yet, but you do get 2 points for taking an objective you didn't control at the start of your turn. So that's a pretty good start for the Necrons here. Not bad at all.
Very happy.
Probably gonna get rid of Storm Hostile Objective as the last one. Draw 3 new cards next turn. Easy as. We're gonna go into my turn, see what I could draw. Maybe I'll get something just as good. Maybe I gotta kind of hit pretty hard back with my tanks. Hope for the best. Taking a look at the cards I drew. Battlefield Supremacy. My own Bring It Down and deploy Teleport Homer, which won't be happening, but it's a card. Down will be the Silent King, naturally. And then for Battlefield Supremacy, currently, we got Duff on 4 of the objectives. We got 1, 2, 3, and then the one back there. So I got to remove you from the middle one and that one, and then hold 3 of my own to try and get that. Is the hope here. The 6 objectives making it a little bit more difficult, but that's it. This is all very doable, naturally. So we are going to move on to my command phase proper. We're going to stick out an order over here. We're going to go with a take aim order, hitting these guys, which will relay to that squad there. Strachan is in his tank, so he's not going to be shooting out any orders. And oh, I got my tank order though too. Screwed up though. I deployed hoping that guy would live. But so I was going to order him, which would relate to him. He actually has no orders he could do. He could give it to this guy, but there's nothing I really care to do, so I'm not going to bother there. I'll just move on to the movement phase. Go full throttle. It lets him move a little bit further. And I think he can advance and fire his guns as if he stood still. So go fast, Mr. Chimera. Go fast and go hard. We want a proper movement. This guy's going to have to poke his ugly head up and around the corner and hope for the best. And returns fire for this tank. These guys are all going to surge forward. And I'll show you where it all ends up. All right, let's go guard. We've moved everything. So moving up through the dense terrain, keeping the Chimera in the woods there. The heavy weapon team here moved a little bit to get them all in the woods. The Leman Russ moved up and around to get some shots down this way. The guard team, or the infantry team that was here, just moved to a more forward position. Our tank commander exposed himself to take some shots this turn. They stood still. Our command squad repositioned to this area here. After this guard squad moved forward. Now, I did have one correction on my orders. I just gave them move instead of take aim. So and I chose to advance them, so they just moved 12 up to the objective. And then this Chimera with full throttle advanced about 17, didn't take the full movement, and just went from to over there. And that's about it. That's all she wrote there. So we're gonna go on to the shooting phase, because that's about all I have here. And we're going to try to get some damage in here where we can. Before I take my shots, I had forgotten about Vengeful Salute yet again. You guys didn't get to make fun of me last game for forgetting it, and I didn't get a chance to learn too much there. But hey, another tick in the, I'll try and remember that for my other 2 Leman Russes. If they get destroyed, they get to do a Vengeful Salute and shoot at BS5 right back at some target. And so we are going to go ahead and just start off with, I got to deal with something of, actually everything's important to kill. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. I don't love the idea of any of it. We're going to go with our Leman Russ battle tank here first. We're going to fire our las cannon and the turret into the Silent King, and we'll put our heavy bolters into the little bugs over there. We got 4 hit with the sponson heavy bolters into the bugs. Got to get them off there. I couldn't quite, I only got 1 hit, and it is a wound. It'll just be 2 damage. 1 guy in the cover there, so 6 up. No, 2 damage on that 1 bug. And then we're going to go las cannon. Does it hit? That's a miss. The battle cannon is going to be 4 shots. A little off target. We got 3 hits though. Potential hits. Well, no, they're all hits. Do they hurt the Silent King? Well, 2 of them do. And right to the invulns. No. Invulnerable saves on the Silent King. Does his little force field stuff work? You can reroll that one. That's not flat. All right, so we got 2 fails. These are just 3 damage each. It'll kill men here.
Okay. I will CP reroll.
Might as well. Yep. 1 4-up reroll. You are good. So only some damage on the men here, as it kind of cracks a little bit from the shell it took. We're going to go to our plasma tank commander, who's going to put his heavy bolter into the warriors out front in the middle. And then, you know what? No, I'll do everything in the Silent King. I'll just supercharge, multi-meltas, everything. I'm going to go down in a blaze of glory, or he's going to try and do as much damage as he can. We're going to go with the... there's 6 wounds each on the men here, right?
5.
Okay, fair. Let's do the heavy bolter first then, see if we can't get the last... It's got 2 wounds left then. Yep. Yeah, so let's see if we can't get that last one off. We got a hit and no wound. Okay, well, that was easy. Let's go with our turret. It'll be D3 or be D6 plus 3 shots. We got 8 shots. 8 shots. These are hitting on 3s. We got a rough start there. We take a couple mortal wounds and only 3 hit. And 3s. And that's 2 of them at invulns. And you're going to pass. That's 1 men here destroyed. And we got 4 multi-melta shots, which hit 2 times and wound once. Reroll the 1. I want to try and get the other men here down. We got 2 wounds on you. Invulns? Ooh, fail both. First one will be... it kills the men here. And the second one goes right to the king. 5 damage on the king. A little bit of blowback there from our plasma cannon. So that means we're done with you. Rest of my stuff. We got how many wounds left on the Silent King?
11.
11, eh? Don't have a whole lot of... I got a couple like las cannon teams I could fire at them. These ones can't because the rune's in the way there. Go with some boring fire here. Then we're going to go Chimera everything to the Scarabs. We're going to start with the heavy bolters. We're hitting on 4s. I've been forgetting 6s does. That's a wound. I forget 6s to hit automatically wound. It shouldn't have mattered really anywhere. Too much. So we got 1 save on the Scarab, 6 up. Oops. From the heavy bolter. Because you're in cover. Well, it kills the 1 base. We got a few more shots before we reanimate. Let's do the turret weapon. It's got a wound and a hit. And 2 wounds so far at -1. And let me get the las gun array out of here too. That'll be 2 damage because there's no save against the turret. We have 1 wound and 2 hits into, so that's 2 wounds, and the second one's 3. All right, so we got 2 damage plus 3 save, 4 saves. Sorry, no 3 saves, just 3 saves. 6 ups. You take. Oh, he's got 1 wound left and the potential to reanimate. And we got 2 of them trying to stand back up. We do have a reroll, which won't matter.
Won't matter.
All right, so we got the 2 dead there. We're going to go with this unit here next. We're just going to fire everything that's scared with 1 wound. And I'm just going to las cannon. Nope. And then we got a sniper. Nope. We got 7 guys with las guns. We got, okay, we got some hits. 3 saves on the Scarab for no AP. Nope. 6 ups. Can he make it? No, not quite. He does die. We got a Scarab. So these guys here are done. We're going to move on to our command squad, I guess. No, I'll put the Ripper gun. I'll put everything from the command squad into those Scarabs over there. All right, the Ripper gun, Assault 3. Okay, he tried. he shot it. Then the rest of the guns won't matter if that's not going to do anything. They're fine. I'm going to go ahead and do everything from this Chimera into the Scarabs as well. We've got the 1 in cover there, so we're going to do the heavy bolter. And again, because the order counts as staying still, I got a hit with the heavy bolter, which will wound at -1. 6 up save because of the cover, if you want to take the cover. Okay, 2 damage. And we got the turrets. The lasers, we have 2 wounds actually.
Nice.
Followed by 2 more, so we have 4 at AP1.
How much damage?
Just 1 each.
Okay.
So first 2.
6s.
He eats 1, and then he's got 1 wound left, and he got 2 more saves. So he dies, and then another guy takes a wound. And then we got the Stormbolter and the Lasgun Array. The Lasgun Array out of the way. It is not in rapid fire range. That is a 1 over here. We got a wound though, and 3 hits. Look at that. So we got a total of 4 wounds there, and then the Stormbolter will give me nothing else. So just 4 more saves. No AP on those shots, so he could shrug a few of them off. Oh, he shrugged 2 of them. Oh, he's got 1 wound left. Okay, that means I'm gonna have to put more shots to him that I don't want to. I regret not shooting these guys now. Go with this last cannon team, who did not move. Oh, I still have the sniper. Do I want to do the sniper? Sure, whatever. I'll do the 2 las guns and the 1 las gun on the heavy weapon into the scarabs. The sniper and the actual las cannon will go into the Silent King to try and do some extra damage to him. The 3 las guns into the scarab, hoping to do 1 damage here. Oh, you get to reanimate too, because I'm done shooting at them.
Oh,
if you want to try and knock that out,
That would help.
Looking for 5s with a reroll. Nope. The las guns. We have a couple of hits. I need 4s here. Got a wound, not bad. 1 6-up save to try and take out that scarab base. Does he reanimate?
Nah.
Not likely, but you never know. That's going to be nada. Okay, so we got 2 scarabs down, and we got 1 sniper shot. Pew! Misses. Then the las cannon on a 4. That's a 3. We do miss that one. All right, that is it. We shot all our guns. Right? Right. Yes, all good. So we got a few scarab kills on the sides. That's not bad. It's always good to kill scarabs. Got pretty good damage on the Silent King. Got the Menhirs out of here. Still have to deal with the heavy destroyers. That's not ideal. And that will be all she wrote for my turn. Unfortunately, I'm only gaining 2 points on the primary for taking an objective I didn't control. Ooh, I get 3 points because I killed a unit on an objective. So I get 3 points for that primary there. Unfortunately, all my secondaries, not the best. And I actually do have to get rid of Bring It Down because all you have to do is just hide the king behind the building, and I can't shoot him anymore. So no, it was a 1 opportunity to take out the Silent King. He can kind of recover a little bit of wounds here and there, and kind of come out when it's safe again. Yeah. For when he wants to. I got the Menhirs though. That was nice. Otherwise, I'm gonna get rid of Battlefield Supremacy. I'm probably gonna get rid of Battlefield Supremacy. It's gonna be hard to play into the Eternal Conquering Necrons. So I'll get rid of all my secondaries and hope for the best on the second turn. Not bad. We got some living metals. What's your new protocol?
The new protocol is going to be Conquering Tyrant, and I am going to choose my Warlord trait to keep it sticky through round 3.
So we'll have that, turn 2 and turn 3, and you're going to go with the bigger aura range. Yep, gotcha. All right, cool. That works for me. And then we have some heals. The living king. The Silent King is going to heal a wound. Yep. I don't think there's too much else wounded, because I only really put shots his way. So he's got, what, 12 left?
12.
12 remaining? I gotcha. All right, so... do you have anything else to do? Oh, you have My Will Be Dones.
Yep, so we'll throw out the My Will Be Dones. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it to these Scorpion Destroyers.
Over here, yep.
And I'll give it to this front group of warriors here.
Excellent. We should also look at your new cards before we get too much further. Not bad draws here. Securing No Man's Land, extending battle lines, which are like the same, essentially, in this case, and deploying teleport homers. That'll be a difficult one. For Secure No Man's Land, that's just control any of these 2 objectives, and you're already on 2 right there, so you're good to go on that one. Yep. Extending battle lines is controlling the 1 in your territory and any one of the 4 in the middle, and then deploy teleport homers. And then you do have the Veil of Darkness.
Yes.
Now, you might be able to... Who has it? The
Chronomancer.
The Chronomancer. I wonder, even with the single model, there's not a lot of room to show up back here. So probably safe, not able to do that one, but the other 2 is a gravy, so that's fine, All right, where are we going with the Chronomatron?
Back with the heavy destroyers this turn.
Oh, so they get their involved. That makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely. That should be it. There's no point in reanimating because nothing's hurt nearby.
Right.
And we'll see what kind of damage you can do to me this turn.
Okay.
Also forgot to talk about the score, actually. We got Duff here with 3 objectives on the table. Not more than me, though, because I also got 3, right? Oh, God, do I have 3? Maybe not. I only got 2. I'm a dummy. Well, that means you get 12 points, sir. Excellent. That, let's take a look at the score. 2 from the previous turn and 12 from this turn, being on 3 of the objectives to my 2. Put you at 14 to my 3, and 2 scored secondary, so I'm going to be at a deficit here. Going to movement, we're just going to fix the scarabs back here. There was one on a crater. He's going to go to the ground where he's nice and hidden behind the ruined walls there. Just going to move our Necron warriors a wee bit Make a little bit of room for other things to explode out of the ruins there.
Locust boys over here.
And then these warriors just walking in the woods a little bit more, a little bit slowed down, but just taking a forward position, getting in rapid fire range. And then the Scorpex in the back are going to move back because they're always able to veil around if they need be, and they get the reroll charge from the Chronometron. The Chronometron! The Chronomancer is going to jump back there as well. Of other moves, the Scorpex Destroyer shifted around in the front there. And then the Silent King slinked away backwards to lick his wounds a little bit and hide back there just to provide auras at this point because he lost his heavier hitting weapons.
Yep.
The Plasma Sight's going to linger there in the middle. Is the Luminor just going to chill there, get Lookouts there and provide buffs for both squads?
Yep.
Or help them out when need be. Our heavy destroyers, one flew from the crater to that side and then the other ones took to the different levels of the ruins. They got their eyes on the prize over yonder. All right, we got ourselves a Scarab. Other than that, though, is there any other moving?
No, I think I'm set on movement.
Oh boy, it's pain time. This is Votann. We're just going to shoot gigantic guns at each other and hope for the best, yeah. That's kind of where we're at right now. So if Mike, Lehman, Rustin survive and they hit you back and do well, like I'm good. If they both die, I'm not doing well. So it's one of those kind of games. I do heavy destroyers over here, Tank Commander.
If you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all. The Blade of Plating ain't super worth here, but launching smoke, even though you got the reroll, might be. So I'm going to try that. I'll reduce it to -1 to hit. And he does get light cover, though. That could be a big deal, too. So let's see what we get here. First round of shots on 4s with the full reroll, because the core, just a bad roll in general. But that's what the Silent King's for. Oh, damn. Oh, they biffed it, dude.
Wow, dude.
All right, that's kind of what we need here to keep these guys going.
That's good.
That smoke was huge. That stopped 2 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to then move on to the Illuminor. He's going to amp up his staff and take a shot down at our tank here. And not much I can... Oh, what's it? It's just flat D6, eh?
No. Oh, yeah, the damage is
I can't remember.
D6 damage.
It's D3 shots. I'll keep the command points. I'll let it run free. Let the dice dictate what happens here. He's got D3 shots on his staff there. It's only 1. And it's going to hit on unless you want to think about re-rolling it. Because you can't kill with 1. That's the thing, right? Yeah. It's a command point re-roll here. You got quite a bit anyway. So let's see what we have here. Knock you down 1 there. And we're going to get, instead of 1 shot, it's going to be 1 shot. Damn, Duff! See if it at least connects. So he's only got a little bit of power in it. And it's going to be, it does hit. Let's see if it wounds. Probably 3s. I can't remember what the strength on the staff is, though. Not a 2. All right, let's move on to Small Arms Fire here. We got homies fighting homies here. So we got Flayers into Catachan Infantry Squad. Choose to hit with full rerolls because they got the extended aura range from the King, even though he's probably still in the base range of it. 2s for my will be done. And oh, is it. Not bad start. Looking like everything's going to hit here. We got 19 hits on that. 3s to wound with an AP, and I'll have some of them in cover. Some 1s and 2s there. 2 guys in cover I care about, or that I care to lose, or is it 3? Oh, 1's a Vox, though. Really, is that Vox going to help me out at all? Probably not, so I'll do 3 saves at a time. These are 5-ups. All right, so 1's dead. 2 of them are dead. And then, oh god, here we are. Oh, 3 of them are dead. All right, all 3 of them are dead, and then these are all going to be 6-up saves. So 3 are dead, plus another 4. We've lost 7. So that's going to keep, of those 3 that died in the cover, 1's a Vox, though. So we're going to keep our Sergeant, Melt-A-Gun, and one of the last guns there. That's what we got left.
My rapid fire.
And front squad here?
Yep.
All right, bring it on, man. They're all 2s. Oh, no, 3s re-rolling, though. Because my will be done's on the other guys.
That's right.
And the re-roll. All right, and one thing we forgot to do is we were going to buff this squad with Zeras. We're going to go ahead and do that now before we forget again, because we kind of forgot. Yeah. I forgot twice now. So let's do the buff on that squad, because he buffed the other one +1 strength. This is the 3rd option. I don't know what that is, though.
I believe that's toughness.
Ooh, toughness is ideal in some cases. The ballistic skill upgrade on them doesn't really change too much here, maybe a couple more hits, but this is what we got for hits. Is this the wounds?
Those are the wounds.
Oh, that's disgusting, dude. Oh no, they did the hits because we just did the reroll. Let me double check. 3s to wound with an AP of 1, and I'm not going to have any cover here. 6-up saves. I got 2 guys left, so it'll be, I guess, Sergeant and Melt-A-Gun. Oh, I don't need the Vox. I don't see why I would need that Vox. I don't even know why I need the Melt-A-Gun, really, but I'm going to keep it anyways. We got a guy who's mad with the chainsword, hates Xenos, and a guy with the Melt-A-Gun right behind him. That's it for shooting. You want to charge?
Yeah, might as well.
Try and take him out. You want to do 2 regular humans for fighting some bugs?
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring it on. Charge up. I'm not going to Overwatch. And look at that, 12. Monumental.
Charge.
And kaboom, a bug. What's up? Is that the only charge?
That is the only charge for now.
All right, well then, bring on the fight. I got no. He's gonna blow him up off the rip.
You know it.
Okay, well, fine. We're gonna use Scarabs have access to a stratagem where they detonate as they go in. I can't actually remember how. It's been a while since I used this. Damn good strat, but.
It's been a minute for me too.
All right, let's figure this one. Looking for a D6 roll to see the impact of the explosion. The higher the roll, the better. For Duff here. 4. It's pretty average. Like
So,
D3.
yeah, D3.
I only got 2 wounds there, so on a 3 up, he takes them with him. Kaboom. All right. So they go in. My 2 Catachan jungle fighters die there, and the Scarabs go along with it. All right, and then the area, the dust settles, and nothing remains. It does deny me some victory points because now I'm only on 1 objective now, you jerk. And you killed a unit on an objective too. That's victory points right there. Hate that for me.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's about it. I do owe you a morale check over here. They lost 7 honored friends. They're gonna roll. That's not good. One of them's gonna run, and we got the Meltagun and the Sergeant left. They both decide to stick it out though. Hey, goodbye. Boom. That's effectively it. We got like 2 dudes left here. Got my tanks alive. That's huge. That's a big deal.
No, that's a bad deal.
You can hope that I roll just as poorly.
Yes.
There's always that. For victory points, you just get free 10 points because you got both your secondaries done right there. And you killed the unit on an objective, giving you 2 more to the primary. So the points ain't looking good for me, to say the least. But we got some hope with our heavy guns still alive to kind of try and hammer the Necron forces a little bit and try and even the playing field. And our 3 new cards, very doable. Love to see it. We got Defend Stronghold, Capture Enemy Outpost, as well as Securing No Man's Land. And Stronghold, I gotta hold on to this bad boy for my turn and Duff's turn. Securing No Man's Land will be holding any of these 2 objectives, which I got my eyes on this one and my eyes on this one. And then taking your objective away from you, that's going to be a bit of a struggle. We got 2 units of Scorpack Destroyers watching that with their eyes, their beady little Necron eyes. I can see it. I can see the hunger in their eyes. I don't like it. Not going to go for it. Not going to fall for that one. So I do have a couple units in reserve that can pop up and show up now, though, and put a little bit more pressure on the board. And then as for my command phase, unfortunately, my tank commander has no orders to give to another tank nearby. They are too far away, but that's okay because we'll just make it work. As for other orders, though, we got our platoon command squad over here. Not a whole lot I could do. I could Vox over somewhere, I guess. They're probably too far away now, though. Scream, take aim over on the squad. And that should be about it for my command phase. I am going to score 4 points for holding 1 objective, but not 2, and not more than the Necrons. Putting the score 34 for Duff to my 7, but I might be getting some objectives this turn, I hope. We're going to go right on a movement now. We're going to disembark, we're going to disgorge the contents of our Chimera here. We're going to get out this infantry squad first, then Colonel Ironhand himself. All right, these tough boys here are disembarking. They're going to go towards the enemy. So we disembark them, and then Strachan comes ripping out of there as well, naturally, as you'd expect with the bionic arm. He's going to throw take aim on this squad of Catachan here to try and counteract the dents there and get some AP on their guns. We're going to have this Chimera just push up on this way. We're going to turn it that way for the dramatic effect. We're going to move to the other side. We're also going to puke out some Catachan over here, and they're going to move towards that objective. And they're all going to go there, and they're forward. And then the Chimera is going to shoot up as well. I got to get some line of sight on these Scarabs. It's going to be difficult. Let's hold pressure on them later. For now, we're just going to crossfire this way, I suspect. We are going to move these 2 jungle fighters. Do they want to chill here? Popping out there, we're going to have this Lehman Russ. I think I want him to slink back a little bit because I want these Catachan to get slightly better line of sight. Shoot down at these Necrons. All right, let's go with these guys are going to stay still. Let's bring in our jungle fighters that are coming from outflank with the flamers. Not going to do much this turn, but get into a position. The reinforcements, we got our jungle fighters with flamers showing up over here. I am going to correct one thing. Strachan's not going to commit to the front like that. I'm not really going to charge. We're just going to hang out back here with him for now. And then the other reinforcements showing up over here as well. Not really doing much. Got a couple guys ready to pounce on that objective later if that opportunity shows up. We're going to go on to shooting now. We got a hell of a lot more bodies on this table than we did before. And we're going to try and put some pressure on the Necron warriors, but more importantly, these stupid destroyers here. So we're going to start this show off with these 2 taking the shot. We're going to put the Meltagun that way, and then we'll do a frag grenade forward, I guess. D6 shots from the frag. Well, potentially. He throws it wide. It does hit. It does not wound. And then we got that Meltagun shot. We are looking for that to hit. Strength 8, not going to wound though. Right, let's go with our Lehman Russ battle tank here. We're going to put everything into our heavy destroyer squad friends right there. Try and put some pressure on them. They got the 5-up and vulnerable save, and they're gonna have some like cover, so we're gonna have to push through there pretty heavily. We'll go with the turret first. D3 shots, or sorry, 6 plus D3, or no, 3 plus D6, 9 shots. Regardless, it's max. It doesn't matter. Right, now let's see how direct that hit is. Oh, it is. Almost as direct as it can be. We got 2 wounding hits for born soldiers, and then we're gonna wound a further 3 times on that. So it's gonna be. I believe you're looking at 4-up saves because of the light cover. On those of you who want to take it on, I'm going to double check though. 2 at a time here on the cover, guys. First one's pass 1, fail 1. I assume you don't want to reroll?
No.
Oh, because that's 3 damage. And then we got, yeah, 1 at a time now actually makes sense. So that will kill him.
Yep.
And then we got 2 more to do on the next guy in cover. Oh, he dies.
Yikes.
And then we got the heavy bees.
Clean them up.
And the las cannon first, actually. That's a miss. Let's see if these heavy bolters can't get at least some damage in there. We got a wound and a couple of hits there. And nothing, just the 1 wound. And this one on the guy down there, he's going to have a 4-up, effectively. You're good. All right, so you can reanimate the 2 that died. Yeah, we're looking at 8 dice here. You want to see 4 5-ups with a reroll. I see 2 off by 1. I hate to see it 2 done. Trust me, I know the pain, dude. I know the pain. I've been there. So they eat a healthy battle cannon shot right about there, crumbling on the building, taking out some of them. One of them's still sticking around, though. We got to deal with him. Try and use some smaller arm stuff here to try and take out that 1 destroyer. We'll go everything from our Chimera friend here. We'll start with the turret, little laser gun. They do all hit because they hit on 3s. 3s to wound. Oh, that's damn good, dude. 4 wounds at -1, and then the heavy bees. We got a hit. No wound there. I'm gonna get the laser gun array out of the way there too. So that's 4 at -1, and then we got 1, 2. So 4 at -1 and 2 at no AP. 4 at -1, and that's gonna be 3 damage.
Okay.
Unless you want to reroll 1.
I should.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so only 2 damage, and then you get the 2 at no AP. And 2 at no AP. 1 more. He's got 1 wound left. He's got 1 wound left. Nice. Good job, little Chimera. All right, soldiers. Boom. 1 shot each from the las guns. So it's going to be 8 of them. And no rapid firing either. See what they can do. Boom. We got a couple of hits. They got to go back to the practice range a little bit. Got 1 wound, no AP. 3 up. No reroll. Does he die this day? No, he's sticking around. Excellent. That's pretty much it for all this. And that, actually. I hate to do it. And I don't like the position I'm in with it, but I am going to do the turret and the heavy bolter into that heavy destroyer. Just because the other options are going for warriors or the destroyers there, because the multi-meltas are out of range. The multi-meltas will go into the destroyers, though, if I can see them. If not, let's go for the warriors. Multi-meltas will go to the destroyers that are in the ruins there in cover. You're going to Whirling Onslaught?
Yes, sir.
And then I will do Kirov's Aquila. So after Whirling Onslaught's resolved, the rest of the game, Whirling Onslaught will cost 1 additional command point. This is what I was going to say before. So it doesn't affect the first time. The first time's good. So any shots at them, they're twirling their blades, deflecting the projectiles, and -1 to wound them. It's going to cost a little bit more strategic action for later, though. Let's go with the heavy bees, because it's not as exciting. We got a hit, no wound. All right, now we got the plasma turret. It'll be, it's not going to be supercharged either, because there's no reason to. It's only got 1 wound. It's got 5 plus 3 shots. You guys didn't see it, but he tried to curse my die roll. He tried to Phantom Menace me right there, dude. Okay, that kind of worked. I didn't get any 6s, but we got a good amount of hits. 3s to wound. All right, you owe me 4 saves on him. 1 wound guy with 4 saves on him.
AP?
I believe it's 3 or 2.
5 ups.
And we'll find her out. Don't roll only 4s. Oh, we got probably just barely, but that's actually 3 at least. Yeah, so we do get rid of the heavies. Don't have to worry about them. The heavy bolters are done. And we got the multi-meltas going forward on, yep, they all missed. Not a single multi, that's okay though. Then we got some nonsense over here to deal with. Probably just want to try and deal with these Necron warriors. We're going to go with this Catachan Jungle Fire team. The Flamers and the las guns are going to go into them. The Flamers, we do our best work igniting trees on fire here with our 80s action heroes. Wounding on 4s, no AP though, so you're going to have 5 saves on those warriors. Should be all 4-ups in there with their warrior armor. That's gonna, only 2 go down. Got 7 rapid firing las guns plus the las pistol. So I'm not gonna be lazy, I'm gonna get 7 more dice, I guess. All right, these are 4s to hit. 6s are gonna wound because they are born soldiers of the Imperium. They love their God Emperor Mankind, and so should you. 3 wounds, followed by nothing else. 4-up saves. Oh, I totally, you know what, it's a good thing. Oh.
That's
okay.
a rough day.
It's a good thing none of those wounded because I forgot the negative on the hit, but the 6 is wound, so it's all good. So it's all the same effect here. You don't need, but you get to reanimate now. That's it. Yeah, 3 in the back there. So it's 5 reanimation rolls. Looking at 5s, rolling all the 1s and a single other non-5.
Yes, sir.
I see 1 standing back up and 2 rerolls available. So 2 are dead for good. Reroll that one there. Yeah.
Nope.
All right, we got 4 dead for good.
Waste of day.
Gonna stand the one back up over there. Let's go. Yeah, I forget. Let's go this squad here. They do have take aim, so they're ignoring the dents, but they get AP on their shots. You know what? No, let's do Strachan's pump action shotgun. Best shotgun the Imperium has to offer. All right, the shotgun is gonna maybe hits twice. Hits on 3s. That's a wound. No AP though. Never mind, he misses. He hits on 4s because of the woods. You're good. I hit the trees. I hit the trees. Let's go everything from that squad into there now proper. I'll do the melt the gun first because nothing else is in range. We do get +1 hit, so we ignore that dent. So we hit there. Does it wound? No, actually. All right, here's all the shots. That one's just the last gun. Technically, doesn't really matter that much though. We got that is a 6, right? Yeah, it is. Nice. Boom, boom, boom. It's from an AOS guess from a while ago. 3 wounds, followed by 2 more wounds. 5 at -1. You're at 5 up saves. Imperium made. Imperium trained. Look at that. 3 go down. That's it for the unit, so you can reanimate those 3 that go down. And we're looking at 5s here with both rerolls actually. So one's going to stand back up. And okay. There we go. You're rolling like I do. Only 2 go down there for 2 permanent deaths there. So we got 4 remaining, eh? All right, well, you know what the trick is for Necrons. You get them down to like 2 or 3 and hammer them with something that'll just take them all out. Let's try and go with squad heroes, put everything into them. The last, I'm not going to worry about the last gun. I'm just going to put all the shots that way. Every single gun, except for his last pistol, no range. Sniper and 3 guys with las guns. We got these hit. And, oh, that's a wound on the sniper as well. That's a mortal wound afterwards. So 2 at -1 because they had to take aim. And boop. Fail them both, and then there'll be a mortal wound on top of that. So that's 3 down so far, and we got the last gun, the last cannon to shoot, which will miss. We get to reanimate. And those 3 that died, we're gonna get back. Ooh, but 1 reroll, so 1's gonna come back. All right, so there's 2 remaining. All right, let's go Chimera into the rest. And then this is the Chimera turret. Only hitting on 4s though, because the dents, but that's a wound though. So we got 1 at -1, and then I'll go do the heavy bolters, get them out of the way. 5s to hit. We got another wound at -1. The damage doesn't matter. And then the laser gun array, las guns. 2 at -1. We got a 5 to hit on that, which will not wound. We got that storm bolter there, which is only 2 shots. Nothing. So 2 at -1. And you do it. Make a single 5 up. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So you get to reanimate the guy that dies. Reroll. Does he stand back up? Yeah, he's still got 2 left. All right, nice, nice, nice. Okay. The only thing I really have left to fire is this squad here, this command squad. Because this is the last unit I have to fire with, we're going to reanimate that 1 model there behind the trees. Can't quite see him. So he's going to be good to go. So they're not firing. I got a couple shots over here with these guys into those guards, into those Necrons there. So I'll take it, but it's not going to amount to much. We'll start with the last cannon. Nope. All right, let's go with a couple of hits and 1's wound and just 1 save on the Necrons. No AP. 1 there. Shouldn't actually matter because you got the right to reanimation on that guy there. So roll her up because you get to replace him. So it's in, oh, you're good. Never mind. All right, that will be it for my turn. Scoring, nah, not so bad. I don't kill the unit off the. I guess I could try to charge. I did. Did I kill the unit off that objective? I took an objective I didn't control though. Yeah.
Exploded.
Let's just try some weird charges. I would love to kill that guy off that. So these guys are going to declare charge into him. Yep. That's a pretty. It's -2. So I'm going to get a 9. Charging in there. We're gonna, that's about it. That's the only charge I really feel like doing because that's a suicide charge over there. So we are gonna pile in just a little bit. We are abandoning Strachan, but he's still within 3 of the vehicle back here. So hopefully this is just a distraction unit for now. A bunch of them fighting with the chainsword on the sergeant, helping out there a little bit. And they were ordered by Strachan, so they get quite a bit more help. Oh, by the way, I know about the rerolling 1s to wound and rerolling 1s to hit. I always forget about it. On the last gun, guys don't really care. I'm sure it would have mattered somewhere, but I haven't had the other videos go up yet, and I just keep forgetting about it. So this gives an aura of rerolling hit rolls of wound rolls of 1, and he has an aura of rerolling hit rolls of 1, but only for like the little guys with the dinky guns. So I often forget about it. So yes, you are right to leave a comment. And I apologize deeply. Sergeant has 3 attacks. I guess I don't have to do them separately. 4s to hit, 6s will wound. We got a wound. and a few hits in there. Now these are only strength 5. I mean, they're only strength 3, so nothing. Didn't even kill him. Son of a gun. You got a 4-up save.
No whammy, no whammy.
Oh, and you can reanimate. And reroll if you want to. All right.
Nope.
He is dead. Which one would you like to remove? If you remove that guy there, I get to pile in and mess up things with my... I don't know if I'd mess anything up per se, but they just push deeper into your lines. Who's that guy there? All right. Doesn't really change much. You're great. You're great. Let's have these guys go... right here. They can, your whole army can... like, you don't have the fallback directive active, I suppose. Nope. All right, that is it. Just a morale check. Oh, you get to fight back. Fight me back. And I see a hit, because you was a warrior, and a 3 to wound.
Were they... What was the buff on that squad? That was ballistic skill.
Yes. Yeah. And
None.
a 2. Nada. All right. You get to re-roll if you're near the Silent King in melee. The aura range should be longer too. Yeah. It does. I know it doesn't really matter much for the warrior. I like how I'll remember the Necron rules, but I won't remember. Hey, a wound. Nice. Won't remember my own damn rules. We fail that save. That guy gets That guy gets hit by the fancy axe bayonet on the Gauss Flayer there. That guy dies. And well, that'll conclude it. You do owe me a morale check though. Ba 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 ba. Get off my table.
I don't want to.
He is out of here. So I do deal with the warriors. All right. So I, at the end of my turn, took an objective I didn't control. Let me look at the mission. And a unit that was in range of an objective at the start of my turn is destroyed, so I get 3 points for that. As for my secondaries, I'm halfway to defending my stronghold. I did not capture the enemy outpost. In fact, I will... Oh, that's a tempting one to keep because it's like right over there. But this is Scorpec defending, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then secure no man's land, I do accomplish. So I get one of my secondaries done, but I'm working towards the other part of the 1, too. So I'll get rid of capture enemy outpost, gain 3 points, putting me at 10 for primary, and I'm going to end my turn there. And we'll move on to the 3rd battle round. And you're staying in Conqueror's Protocol because that was the delayed one that you have for the Roller Trade on the Silent King. We have not a bad lineup of objectives here. We have Defend Stronghold and Capture Enemy Outpost. I got those exact same ones on my turn. And No Retreat, No Surrender, which is a pretty easy one to achieve here as well. We're going to have some living metals, I think. Well, just the Silent King's going to tick up a wound. And then we're going to have some rites of reanimation here on effectively nothing. The guard did a pretty good job there of putting things down. Who gets the My Will Be Dones here today?
So we have to go with these warriors.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sure. Have to?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I don't really know what to do with the other one, so I guess I'll just give it to these Scorpy bros here.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh yeah, Chronomancer. What do you think? Oh yeah, who gets the Chronomatron?
Gotta give it to the Scorpic Destroyers, unfortunately. Kind of got myself into a pickle here.
It's a nice building. That's your building. It's a pretty damn good building.
Stay away. Here.
We're gonna go on a movement. The Silent King shifts over to get some shots going to support the home objective there. The Scorpec, are they moving or advancing?
They're gonna advance.
They're going real fast. They get +1 on their move because they got a honored friend nearby.
Yep.
Boop, 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 boop. An extra 5. Oh, look at them. Okay, well, bye-bye, Scorpec. Also, bye-bye, guard. Chronomancer will advance. He's quite quick with his little flying tendrils. A lot of... well, whatever, good enough. A lot of the Necron characters kind of creepy. Just imagining them floating around. A lot of the Necrons kind of float. It's a weird... Chronomancer came over.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying the Chronomancer just flew over there. The Warriors are the... Oh, we have the Warriors and Scorpec. And Zaras, who can still move.
Yeah.
Move up a little bit. The big nerd. The much bigger nerd. You know what? Illuminor Zaras, one of the first models I ever got as Necrons.
The little guy?
Yeah, the little one. He's still kind of doing the same thing. He's like looking at the Eldar head. Yeah, it was the old, like, how could you not get him? He was the first HQ I got as Necrons. I don't know how you couldn't get him. He was so fun. The old metal one. I have the Finecast one, too. I can't remember. I think I picked up someone else's collection. I got the old Finecast one, but the metal one's where my heart's at. Yeah. The creepy old spindly Necron spider thing. Like, why wouldn't you get that? Okay, and that's effectively it. We're good to go to shooting. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Warriors. Why not?
All right. What do they feel like gunning down?
The little guys in front of them.
We're just going to shoot them? You want to split your shots at all?
Yeah, maybe I could.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause if you put all shots in, I want to remove them, but if you want to split them up, we'll resolve that bad boy. We're going to do 6 of these Warriors rapid firing into the guard squad, and then these 4 trying to put these guys down. They get the full rerolls for the Silent King being nearby, though these will be -1 to hit in the density of the woods. Moving into the woods first on 3s, because they have the will on them. But a full reroll anyway, so Dude, you don't even... Oh, you got one miss.
Wouldn't it be 4s?
No, because you got my will be done. You're hitting on 2s.
Shooting into the woods?
To back to 3s, yeah.
Right, yep.
And then you got 1 reroll. And... Hey, look at that. All hit. Oh, no. 3s to wound the humans. Oh, humans.
Oh my God.
That's a roll. There you go. That's 11. That is 11 6-up saves. I'm going to make 2, which means I have 1 honored friend left. Yeah, that's true. The one guy is smart. I'm like, who stays alive? The guy on the objective? That is the absolute right answer. Luckily, it's also the guy with the melt-a-gun. Okay, not a bad shot there. And then we had the 8 shots forward on 2s rerolling. Boom, boom, boom. There we go, nice. And 3s to wound, and I'll have 6-ups again. Probably not going to live, but I guess I was hoping for that. Oh, never mind. Was that 1 wound? 2 wounds? 2 wounds. I can live that. I can roll 6.
You could totally do it.
Not even close.
Yay.
Boom. That was pretty good. That was 1 unit of 10 warriors killing 2 squads of infantry nearly.
I'm
nice.
okay with this.
All right. We still have some big guns here too.
Yep.
All right. So where's the Silent King going?
Luminor.
Oh, Luminor. That's
Luminor.
right. Sorry, I was looking at the Silent King. Luminor is going to fire over here.
Yep.
D3 shots. What's his BS? Is it 3 or 2? I'm gonna pop smoke here, and I kind of want to reduce the damage I take by 1 as well. It'd be 3 command points to try and keep him fighting, but it'd be huge if I can, because he's got a 3 damage shot, which is ideal against the Skorpek, which are the next major. Oh, there's also the Silent King there too. D3 shots. It's gonna be 3, not bad. -1 to hit for smoke. So I think it's 4s. I don't know, not quite 2. Oh, okay, you got a couple hits no matter what there though. And I don't know what the strength is, but let's roll it up and we'll figure it out together. Unless you want a techno-oracular one of these.
It's strength 8.
Strength, probably strength 8. Well, the 5 wounds and the 1 does not. I can tell you that much.
No, let's figure out what it is.
Fair. So we're going to use the command point for the reroll, but we're just going to use techno-oracular targeting on top of that to make that, instead of rolling, it just wounds instead. So a couple command points for that. You're going down to 4, and I have 2 saves. It is -4. That's going to burn right through some armor. So we're looking for 6s. Oh, that's the taco cat. We got one fail, though. D6 damage on that staff, -1 because of the ablated plating. See if it matters. Down to 4. He's got 3 wounds left, and those effects will try and keep him alive throughout this phase, because we've got the Silent King kind of staring at him a little bit too, and it's a little spooky. I know range from the King, but still scary. I just didn't want to lose the tank.
And the rest will go to...
Upon closer inspection, we are in range for the staff, the damage 3 staff. And then the Pharaoh of the Stars, his shots are going to go into the Jungle Fighters?
Yeah, probably them.
Okay. Correction, Scepter of Eternal Glory is only 2 damage, not 3, but that means with the ablative plating, that will make it 1 damage. Still going to target him with it. Roll it up, see what we get here. -1 to hit, so 3s. No rerolls because he ain't core no more, but you got all your hits you need. And I think it's 5s to wound here because I believe it's like strength 6.
This is strength 8.
Oh, 4s to wound then. Okay, the other one's strength 6. I remember one of them was. 2 wounding hits, and you said -3?
Correct.
Ooh, 5s. Make neither. 1 wound left because of the damage reduction. Yikes. The Pharaoh of the Stars is going to fire his staff over into our Catachan Jungle Fighters over here, hitting on probably 2s, because you can probably see some of them through the dents there on the far side. And not that it really matters. There's literally only 5s and 4s. And these are strength 6, if I recall, ish.
Yes,
So 2s to wound here. And we'll reroll that 1, I guess, there. It's not quite nice. There we go. 4 or 5 saves. Yeah, so the -1 to hit didn't help them too much there, and that's going to be 5 dead because they only have 5 up saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the Vox. There's no way he's going to matter. 4, 5. Right. Now I'll keep the Vox. The Vox is totally going to matter. Nah, whatever. He's dead. I don't care. That's what he gets for being a dummy with radio. It's now come to my realization. I pulled 5 models and there's still 6 here. So something went wrong here. I'm just going to take 1 more model. I should only have 5 in that unit. Then I'm going to go ahead and charge the 1 lone melt-a-gunner there. Boop, 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 boop. I'm not going to overwatch. I'll do a hypothetical one for the viewer though. Set -2 because of the terrain of 4. You might make it. I would have missed. So they're going to charge in, opting to not need to pile in because you're already on the objective there. I'm just going to go ahead and bloop. There ain't no way in heck he's surviving that. And that means you kill a unit on an objective, and you took an objective you didn't have at the start of your turn, so that's 3 points there. I do owe you, I think, just the 1 morale check.
Yeah.
So I lost 5 honored friends. That's a 9. I'll tell you right now, they're not leadership 9. So 4 guys are left. 1 does boogie, and there's 4 left, which means 2 more are going to run. We're going to keep our flamers, I guess. We'll keep 2 flamers, sure. There we go. That's what we got left there. And as for scoring, you are halfway to defending your territory. I complete my defense of my territory. And then there's one, oh, you're halfway to no retreat, no surrender. As long as you don't fail a morale check on your turn, you're good to go, but you'll have Inspire. So you're probably going to get that no matter what.
Hopefully.
Into my command phase, I'm going to go ahead and get my cards now, I suppose. I just want to go over a few little things. I'm going to use Astra Militarum stratagem on this tank. It's relentless. The crew, veterans, they do not care what's going on. They're going to fight as if this has no damage done to it at all for this turn. Then there's orders and all that. Before I do with the orders, I'll take a look at my cards, because I know that one didn't matter, cards or not. My 3 new cards will be Assassination, No Prisoners, and Investigate Sites. Prisoners and Assassinate could get a lot of value of taking out the king. He'll be worth, I think you said he's 16 wounds? Yeah.
16 wounds.
So that'll be 16 wounds for No Prisoners, and then killing a character. Otherwise, Investigate Sites is not going to happen, no way. And Assassinate, which I already talked about. As for orders, that's a tough call. Realizing that Strachan can't give orders to anyone because no one's within, the units aren't within 6 of him. So I did at least make sure these guys were within 12 of each other when I moved them. So I am going to go ahead and do a mechanized order on this Leman Russ. It's a tough one because if I want to go for the score pack, I have to do Crush or can't remember what it's called actually. So we're going to do reroll hit rolls of 1. Gunner's kill on sight because we're going to try and take out the king this turn. I could issue an order with these guys over here. I got a lot of, oh gosh, I don't even know what to do though. These score packs are going to be a pain in my butt. It's in my best interest to ignore them sadly this turn. I got other priorities to go for. So as for the orders, I don't really think they matter too much. I am going to hit these guys with a take aim. And that's about it because nothing's within 24. All my other infantry are too far on the Vox to take the orders. So we are going to go ahead and move. As for scoring, I'm on 3 of the objectives. Boom, boom, but that's not more than Duff here. He's on 3 as well, so I only get 8 points there on primary. Which get me some points. I'm at 28, but you're at 25 in primary alone, plus 20 on secondary, so you're quite a bit ahead there. I love with this move, getting a little closer to the enemy, but I want the multi-melters in range of the king, because the king this turn has got to go down. This tank is going to just kind of stay where it is. It's got good range. We are going to have these guys run and jump in this. They're going to have some job later. We're going to have these guardsmen go into the ruins here. These ones are going to stay still, and then we're going to have this Chimera move over to the objective, but on the back end of it. Just like that. And we are going to, you know what, this guy's going to come back just a little bit too. Actually, no, he's good there. I like that. That's all good. Excellent. Oh, I got to move stuff over here. I don't want to do that. That's scary. All right, so we moved them forward. Strachan's going to move backwards. Because we don't want him there. Exactly. I kind of was tempted just to send him off on his own into the score pack to do what he does best, but I don't know. Not against 6 of them. Not feeling that. So we're going to end our moves here. We're going to go on to shooting, and we are going to start this off with our big old Leman Russ here. We're going to put the last cannon and the turret into the Silent King, and we're going to put the heavy Bs for Joe into our Necron warrior friends right in front of us.
I'm going to pop smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They dropped using smoke,
Yeah.
like kind of like you'd think they would help, right? Negative on hit, that'd be nice. No, Necrons are a cut above smoke. They're a little too proud to use smoke defensively. They just use their 4-up invulnerable saves instead, which only work about half the time. Do turret first. I got 3 shots plus 3 shots. So you know what that means? That's 6 big old shots on trees. That's 4 2s and a 1 and a 5. And then we got Gunner's kill on sight. Go, that's a wound, okay. And then that's a wound. We got 2 wounds on the Silent King at invulns, or -2, but let's just throw a Lascan in there as well. It misses. All right, that was easy. And force. You make, oh, both!
Safe.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's do those heavy Bs here. And these are going to go into 2 wounds and nothing. 2 wounds on the warriors, -1. Yeah, them there. 5 ups. 1 dies, and does he reanimate? Because that's all I got.
Oh, let's find out.
5 up with a reroll. With a reroll, bam. No, 1 warrior eats bolter. Dead. This guy's next. Heavy bolter into the warriors. Everything else in the Silent King, I'm just going to rely that he's going to do it. So we got the multi-meltas just within 24. We're going to supercharge the turret as well. Let's do the heavy Bs first. Nothing. They all miss. I forgot to reroll the hit rolls of 1 on the heavy bolters. Don't care about them. Oh. It's okay. Just letting I know. I apologize, guys, but all I care about is the Silent King here. All right, the turret supercharged. Bam. Oh, 9 shots. That's a admirable start. These are going to hit him on 3s. 1s are bad. I am going to... I wonder if I just re-roll that one with the command point. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Okay, well, it misses, but I'm down at command point. And these are strength 8. I know that much. So that is going to be 5 saves. I don't know if I rolled any 6s to hit, but I'm okay with these 5s here. 5 invulns, and you have a reroll available. You're going to fail only 1. It's 3 damage. Would you like to reroll it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got the multi-melt that's coming afterwards, but they're random damage, though. Oh, 3
Still
damage.
takes it.
He's got 10 wounds remaining. These multi-meltas need to carry me. We got 2 wounds and a hit. 3 wounds, 3 invulns. Can you spike these? Can you keep the king alive? Ooh, fails 2 of them. No rerolls. You got what, 10 wounds left?
Yep.
2d6 damage. I have no rerolls. 7. He's got 3 wounds left. He's still alive. All right. Now, we tried with the heavy guns. We're going to actually try and kill him with the true heroes of the Imperium now. The auto wounding on 6s, guys. Let's go with the Chimera first. Bombing some shots at the Silent King there. Everything into him that has range. Last gun array. Oh, you better believe we got a wound. Stupid gun, 2 wounds. 6 wounds on that. So we got 1 wound so far. I'm going to do the at no AP. The heavy bolter has a hit and a wound. So we got 1 wound at that AP, and then the Chimera is going to be 2 hits and 2 more wounds. All right, so you got a little complicated. 1 wound, no AP. 2 wounds at 1 AP, 1 damage, and then 1 wound at 1 AP, 2 damage. I'll stop doing that now, guys. This is the first time I tried doing it. We got 1 wound, no AP, 3 up save. Okay, 1 damage from the last gun array. 2 wounds from the turret at AP 1 damage. So these are going to be 4 up invulns.
2 of them?
2 of them. That's 1 more damage. And then we have the heavy bolter save at a 4 up. And this will kill him if you fail it. Oh, he's alive!
Yes!
Okay, now we got this guard squad over here firing. They're all in 24. The melta-gun and the las pistol are going to have to go that direction, though. So we'll do the melta-gun and the las pistol first. So the melta-gun wounds and the las pistol hits. It also wounds. So you got 1 dead Necron from the melta-gun and then 1 4-up save from the las pistol. So you see that 4-up save. Also, 2 reanimates on the Necron warriors here. Okay, 1 reroll for the Undying Legion. Okay, 1 dead Necron warrior. We got 8 shots from their las guns. That is going to be 3 hits and no wounds. That was my last attempt at killing him. I have no more shots on the Silent King from that angle. I cannot see him from anything on this side of the battlefield. Ooh, my life for a mortar team right now.
That movement.
Got a few shots to resolve over here. I'm going to keep putting pressure on these Necron warriors. Let's do just all the las guns that way and the las cannon as well. There's no... I could try and put a Scorpec down. Yeah, I'll put one shot with the las cannon and the Scorpec, all the las guns over there. Would you like to Whirling Onslaught? It's 2 command points now.
No. I think
right.
I'm okay.
Las cannon. It wounds. 1 6-up save. Or you're 2 up, 3 up, maybe 5 up even on the cover guy if you want to. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so it'll be D6 damage. I will kill one of the Scorpec.
Congratulations.
You can try to reanimate him. And the reanimate. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. And then we're going to go on to the rest of the las guns, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or something.
Ooh, sorry. 3 of them and 1's a sniper. Where were these going? Into the warriors, that's right. So sniper, that's a miss. And then las guns, got okay, all 5s, they all hit. And all right, 2 wounds. And then there was AP because the take aim, so I guess 5-up saves. Boom. All right, 2 dead on the reanimate. Up. You get 1 rerun, 1 reroll. Okay, they're both back. You can replace 2 of them if you want to. And then I got these guys. I just got the Ripper gun firing at them. 3 shots, no hits, and then the Chimera. We're going to save the Chimera. We're going to do Strachan's shotgun into them if he's within 12. He's out of range. So we're going to do just that team there firing everything into them. We got a couple flamers and a lot of las guns. It bathed that forest in flames. We got 10 automatic hits, 5s to wound. That's going to be a total of 4 at no AP. 4, I'm assuming the las guns. We got 2, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. Second half of the rapid fire, so we're at 7, 8, 9 wounds, and then 1 las pistol. Just 9. 9 wounds, no AP. So 2 ups in cover if you want them.
Yeah.
Guy in cover takes 2 damage. The guy back there, yep. Then lastly is the Chimera. These are all going to be negative on hit from the Chimera, though, because he can't draw line of sight to any of them. Try to put that one score back down. That means one will matter for the count, I guess. Rapid fire, so last gun array is going to have 1 wound. 1 2-up save. Oh, I can do the Storm Bolter, so let me get that in there. Sorry, nothing. Perfect. It's the same AP. You're good. And we got the laser gun, the turret, which is forced to hit. So we got a wound. We got 2 wounds at 1 AP, and then let me get the heavy bolter out of the way. So we got a hit and a wound. So we got 1 wound, or 2 wounds at 1 AP, 1 damage. So 3-ups and cover guy, or 1 at a time, I guess. Yeah, he's good. And the second one on him, he is good. And then we have 1 more from the heavy bolter, which would try and put him down. Good. Makes them all. Dang, that's really good. That means you get to reanimate fully. I got no more shots, and we tried. All right, that is the end of my turn because I don't believe I'm charging anywhere. Big upset. Silent King with 1 wound. It's only fair, though. It's only fair. As for my scoring there, I did not kill any units on the objective, nor did I take an objective I didn't control. I kind of was a little passive this turn. I had my target set there. Didn't quite work out for me. Backing away from the encroaching score pack over there, trying to take them down a little bit. But that Necron resilience is kind of popping up here, which is a little scary. I got some kills for no prisoners, keeping a tally of that, but not achieving it, not even getting a third of the way there. I will keep it, though, because he's got 1 wound on him there, so if I could get a shot on him, just take him out somewhere, that's quite a bit of points, and I'll keep Assassination for the same reason. But we're going to go into turn 4 for Duff and his Necrons here, and we'll see what he draws. He does score Defense Stronghold and No Retreat, No Surrender. That's big. That's 10 more points. So you're almost maxed out on secondaries already. I'm struggling at 2. I think I'm going to mathematically lose this one, but we're going to damn well keep trying. Checking out the 3 cards, we have Assassination, Area Denial, which will be possible for once, and Grind Them Down. So this Leman Russ Tank Commander is a target for Assassination and Area Denial. He's my only unit within 12 of the middle of the table here, which is bad for me. Not ideal. And then Grind Them Down is just kill stuff, right? That would also contribute to Grind Them Down,
right,
in its own way. Then this guy's on a wound here. So if this turn goes as well for Duff as it looks like it might go, I'm in a bad spot. Yeah, which is kind of funny because I thought I was in a good spot, so I don't know what's going on here. So you'll have Living Metals, that guy heals. King's back up to 2. And then you got to dish out a couple of My Will Be Dones and Brights of Reanimation on this guy. Yep. Which will be a score pack back in D3, these guys. The D3 up on them.
Yep.
See what they get. Couldn't quite put enough pressure on them that I wanted to. Just one. All right, well, it is what it is. The score pack comeback's nice, though. The Warrior back. Where's that score? Oh, score pack's back there. Boop. So he's coherent back there. And then we're going to probably My Will Be Done them, I assume.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to be, who's the second target for My Will Be Done?
Probably the Warriors.
Fair. They did well last time, so they deserve it again. And the Chronometron over there. Yeah,
Go
fair.
to the boys.
Scoring, to give you guys an update, Duff is on 3 objectives still. 1, 2, 3. But not more than me, as I'm on 3 as well. So that'll be 8 more points on primary for him, putting him at 33 to my 18. And unfortunately, a 4 secondary lead on me, too. Also updating command points in the turn. Sorry. I was going to do it before and after for movement because it's all condensed in this area. All right, this is where everything moved. The score pack moved through the woods, the dense terrain. The Warriors moved forward to get rapid fire range. Zeras scuttled over here. And then the Silent King, that's him. He came over this way. And then the score pack and the Chronomancer shoved forward a little bit here. We are going to go ahead and start the shooting phase off with our Warriors, I assume.
Yes, but first I'm going to throw my buff out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he's going to fight a stellar alignment protocols. He's going to fight at full strength for some CPs there.
Yeah, I'm going to dump a bunch of CP. I'm also going to try and throw out the buff for Illuminor if I can. Does he have range? That's the question.
6 inches. We're going to buff the score pack up with his mechanical augmentation. Let's see what we get. We're going to roll. That's the toughness. There you go. I think, right?
Yeah. Strength is 1, 2.
Yeah. We're going to use disintegration capacitors as well on the Warriors here before they fire, which is every 6 to hit with a Gauss weapon will be a auto wound. So like born soldiers essentially. But the cool thing with that is when you're near the Silent King, you get full rerolls. So you just like only fish for 6s here. And then anything that hits afterwards, you just roll the wound with. Our new protocol is Vengeful Stars as well. So any 6 to wound is an additional AP, which might come up here. Is there a full 10 there? No, there's 9. So it's 18 shots. There are 2s to hit with the full reroll, but we're really only looking for 6s. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's a good start. So all those 6s wound so far. We're also spending a command point on Relentless Onslaught. I forgot to mention that as well. So every 6 to hit will be, with a rapid fire weapon, will be an additional hit. Yes.
So these are the rerolls.
For the... Oop, another one. I'm gonna reroll that was the first set of rerolls for the Kings, but I convinced Duff to reroll all the rolls. So the 2s, the 3s, the 4s. You only care about the 6s here. So let's see what we get here, because you're only failing on 1s. Yeah. So these 1s fail, and then you just got 3 more auto wounds, because you're only wounding on 6s anyway. So you're kind of cheating the wounding system a little bit. Yeah. That means you have 7 wounds and 7 automatic hits in this pool, which then we have to roll a wound with. It will be 6s to wound my toughness 8 tank, but any 6th wound will be additional AP because of Vengeful Stars. I see. Yeah. Okay. They're all -1 because they don't quite get to the... That is going to get 1 damage in, though.
Sweet.
We're down to 10. I'm going to do the Illuminor into him. I'm going to try and keep him alive with a Blade of Plating and pop smoke on him here now. I have no command points left after that. D3 shots. 2, eh? Two's the thing. These are going to be 3s to hit, I believe, or 4s. Don't roll 3s. All right, doesn't matter. We got 1 hit. Yep. Use the reroll in the hopes of getting a 2nd hit there with Illuminor. Does his... nice. So we got 2 hits. These are 4s to wound. You can roll 1 at a time and Techno-Oracular the 2nd one.
Could.
Yeah. So the first one, it will wound. Do you want to roll the 2nd one or auto wound it?
Let's auto wound it.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to... Fair. So 2 wounds on my guy here. That was the 5-year-old there, right? Yeah. So no extra AP. So I have 6s. Fail both, no AP. So okay. 2d6 damage, but -1 on both of them. Let's see if my big boy goes down. 2d6.
Go boxcars. No, sir.
Oh, so it's going to be 4 damage in total, which means he'll have 6 remaining wounds. All right. With the blunder on Xeris and the Warriors, they're only doing a few damage to the tank. We're just going to cut our losses and try to put this Leman Russ down with the Silent King. We'll put everything into there, the Scepter of Eternal Glory and the Pharaoh of the Stars staff, which I can't remember what it's called.
Scepter won't hit 2.
2 hits there, and Strength 8 should be 4s to wound. That is a wounding hit, and I will... is it AP 4?
Yeah.
-4?
Yeah.
Ooh, then it will go through. There's only -3. I do pass that save. Hopefully the Pharaoh of the Stars can pick it up here. Got his fancy staff, which is totally going to hit on 2s here, because he's at full bracket. We got a single miss. Should probably do it here with just Weight of Fire. So 5s to wound.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
6s are good. We got a 6 and another save. So it's an additional AP on the 6, which I will roll a 4, which probably gets through. Almost certainly, and the 2 definitely fails, so he does die.
Sweet.
He is a wreck, but does he blow? Nah, he's just rendered essentially immobile, not fit to continue combat, or just literally incapable of. That'll be it for shooting. We have a few charges to do here. Where would you like to start?
We'll start over here. Actually, I would like to measure... No, he's not going to make it. So I guess we'll do the Scorpic Destroyers, but before they go in, my Plasma Sight will do the best not to blow them up.
There we go. Huh, good luck. Hey, you're good. Nice.
Okay.
So they get bonuses in combat if they make it there. What targets do you want to go for? These 2 here?
We're going to go for the tank and the metal arm dude.
Mr. Strachan, the Colonel.
Come on, no whammies.
I think you just need a...
Not that.
We needed an 8, I think. To get to the tank, it's a 6-inch charge, so we need an 8. Would you like to use your last command point to get in there
I have
and
to.
Unleash havoc?
Unfortunately.
All right. Be big. If you make this charge, this is really good. Da, 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 boom. Yes!
Yay!
Excellent. Cool roll. So 9 in the end, but good enough to make it into both. Only needed a 6 after modifiers. You're going to charge like that to avoid the heroic intervention. Those pile in afterwards. And the Silent King would love to try a charge into some guys over here. I don't have any command points for Overwatch, so you got nothing to worry about. It's probably like a 7 or something. He doesn't care about the -2 because he's got fly. He's got fancy Necron floaty technology. Pew, 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 pew. 7? Yeah, that's what I called. So let's see if good, he's in. Woo! All right, he's got the obedience things, so my guys are forced to take an E. They don't get to fight. Not that it would matter anyways, you fight first. Where would you like to... Do you have any other charges?
No,
okay.
Probably not.
All right, so would you like to have fun here first or over here first?
Let's go with the Silent King.
Fair. All right, we got the... I cannot remember what he does, but we got the...
He does a lot.
Not the Pharaoh of the Stars, but the Pharaoh of the... What is the melee one called? Of the Blades. That's right. Yeah, that's him over there. It's his little triarch. Like a couple of up-jumped lords.
Gonna be Scepter of Eternal Glory.
Silent King swinging in here, hitting on 2s. Or 3s, one of the 2. Probably 2s, realistically. Well, the 1 misses. That's all that matters there. These are going to be 2s to kill. Because I got only my bare chest. That's 5 dead so far. And we might as well throw in the Pharaoh of the Blades as well. Then 4 attacks with him on 2s-ish. All hit and 2s to kill. So we're down 5. And we're going to be down an additional 3. So we're down 8. And then we have the Pharaoh of the Stars gets to attack with his nerd stick as well. Probably 2s. All hit. And this one's probably 2s as well if he's strength 6. Yeah. All right, they're all dead. Boom, boom, boom. They are wiped. That is a, that's actually 3 points. Well, it's only 2. Well, no, he doesn't get the code. He doesn't get the code. He doesn't get the code, yeah. So you do kill a unit on an objective for 2 points. He'll consolidate towards the Chimera, and then we have the fight to resolve on this side of the battlefield. Poor Colonel Strachan. Didn't even get to swing with him. Just gonna pile in now with they're all capable of fighting. They're all in their own way able to fight any which way they want, except the only one is that one has to attack over here. The rest couldn't go over there, so I'll let you figure out your split. All right, we're gonna go these 3 into Strachan, and then the 2 heavy weapons and the extra thrashers into the Chimera. All right, so we're gonna do the attacks on the Chimera first.
Yep, and the red ones will be the big boys.
The big boys, the 3 damage, yes sir. 2s to hit because of the Silent King, ruling 1s because they just hate everything. Okay, still missed. With all the buffs on them, it's still 3s to win across the board, but different APs. Boom, boom, boom. The 1s are gonna, the big red dice were the big weapons, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. AP4 and the big ones are gonna go as 15 damage on him. Does he explode? Nope, he's just cut up real bad.
Safe.
And then the other attacks then distract. Be 15. They're just all the dual wielding weapons. So these are 2s, rolling 1s. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. And 2s. Nice. They were buffed up by Xerath to get extra strength, and the viral injection should make them strength. I think the weapons can make them strength +1 as well, so they're all strength 8. These should be 2s. And there we go. Well, okay, there's only 1 2 in there anyways. I gotta roll more than this, but he's dead. 10 damage, 12 damage. And that's only, that's 8, I still have to do 5 more. All right, there goes the Colonel. That's a nasty swing there. Okay, so you get 3 victory points for primary because you killed the unit on an objective, and you took an objective you don't control, and you knocked me down to 1 objective, because this one over here is contested now. Now that one of us technically control it. So that means I'm only gonna get 4 points on my turn, and I'm not really gonna be scoring any of my secondaries. I'm only drawing 1 more card, and there's only 1 more turn after that. So unfortunately, after that monumental swing for you, I will have to concede. I kind of lost on my turn, technically on points, but I wanted to see maybe you didn't get any cards, maybe your turn didn't go all that well, but it went okay enough. Good enough there. So I will calculate the current score and what I could possibly score on my turn 4, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. But we're going to jump into a post game.
Before you watch the post game show, don't forget we've got more Warhammer 40k for you today. It's going to be elves versus dwarves, Harlequins versus Votann. Let's see who the best Xenos race is. Check that out at the links below if you're either a paid YouTube member or a Vault member. Now enjoy the post game.
So looking at the post game, I drew Storm Hostile objective, which I could feasibly do because I have a lot of troops near objectives I can just take back. So I would score reasonably. I think I could get all 3 of these because the Silent King only has 2 wounds on him. And I think I could push through, hypothetically. Let's just say I kill the Silent King. I do score all of these. This would be kind of tough, but I had to kill a couple more models. And hypothetically, say I get all these, I would go to 5 secondary scored. So at the end of turn 4, this is kind of what my score to your score would look like. I would have gotten 4 for the primary there, and taking back an objective I control, I would have actually gotten a further 1. And if I killed the Silent King, assuming all of this, I would have gotten 3 more points. I would be at 25 for primary on my turn there. Boom, to your 36 primary at the end of your turn 4, before you do turn 5. And you got Assassinate for Strachan. Probably got Grind them down as well, because you killed 3 things. I probably would only kill 2, if I'm lucky. 6, 7. So you're at 9. You're max secondaries to my 3, 4, 5. And that means if I get 3 more secondaries, I'll still be behind by 1. Because I can't score 4 because I can only draw 3. So I'll be at a loss there, and I'm on a loss on primary. So assuming my turn 5 goes well, let's see what we get. You don't need to look at Duff secondaries because he's already maxed out. I would get 3 secondaries that I'm definitely not doing. I could maybe pull that off on the bottom of turn 5. I could spend my CP to redraw, which would maybe let me get 1 more. But the thing here mostly is I'd take this objective back, and so would Duff. So on Duff's turn 5, he would go to 45 primary, and then 45 seconds. So you get 100 points max game. I would be around like 30-ish probably, and around this, so I'd be down to 30 plus the 6 there. I'd be around 60, 70. So it'd be about the score would be around 70-ish for me, and 100 for Duff. If we were to quickly play out the rest of the game without rolling the dice. Under like best case scenarios too. Overall, pretty damn good game. Nice score, 100. That's ideal. That if I'm to be honest, sounds like a Necron game, though.
Hey.
That sounds like a very familiar situation I've been in with Necrons in the past. So that's what they do, right? They just score. They play until the end of the game. They score. Tempest does mix it up a little bit because then you have to play the game you'd want to play a little bit more. You have to kill things and get into better positions. But it's well, what did you think about? This is like your second game of Tempest of War.
Yes.
So what did you think about it compared to like Arcs of Omen and stuff?
It's a little more fun and thematic, I almost feel. I'm a tournament guy, so kind of knowing what I'm going into, regardless of my matchup, is going to be a little more concerning for me in the Tempest style. But this game was so almost pendulum swinging.
It was.
Especially in the beginning.
It was stressful as all heck in the beginning, dude. The big tanks shooting at each other, I did not like that.
But that was fun. You know? I hate those games where it's like, okay, I just killed everything.
I kill that, you kill this, I kill that, you kill this, just trading pieces, right? So like, Arcs of Omen is, 9th edition is its own kind of beast in that regard. The problem with the Arcs of Omen play is it's all fundamentals, right?
Yes.
The game is like purely fundamentals, and that's how you're going to win a majority of the games. Just stick to the fundamentals, don't play outside of them, unless you absolutely know what you're doing, and then, and that gets a little stale after X amount of games, right? Yeah. It's cool to show that you know the fundamentals, and when you're playing against someone else who knows the fundamentals, it'll come down to weird rolls or a blunder here or there, right?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, the Tempest, it definitely adds a level of, and I hesitate to say this because I'm afraid it'd be taken wrong, but it adds a level of fun to the game. Like you said, it kind of gets drone-like in certain aspects of competitive play, but the Tempest is, you never know what you're going to get the next turn, and it could literally go one way or the other.
That's the nice thing, right? Yeah. You want to still, it has a lot of the same philosophies of the Arcs of Omen stuff, where it's like, you got to be in the right spot at the right time, and the objectives are half the game still. They're damn important. But the other half of the game is you trying to like, it's kind of like gut play, the gut reaction plays. Like, I got to do this, I got to do that. It's like, then you have to decide where you cut ties and then focus elsewhere. And it's which is still similar to a lot of Arcs of Omen stuff too. Like, when you are against another player on your level, you will have to make hard decisions, and you're going to have to decide where's more valuable to play. But that's kind of where the fundamentals are. Tempest is like, because with that you can plan a few turns ahead. Tempest, you have no idea where you're going to get.
Right.
You could like all of a sudden it's like, I have to have 3 units of my opponent's backline out of nowhere, right? It's just like
move your units that you were pressing forward and come back and control the back line.
Well, like the Scorpack Destroyers are a great example of that. They were your Veil of Darkness target. Now, luckily they could. Luckily they could have still done it, but they all of a sudden had to scoot towards your own objectives. Like, okay, well I guess I'll go defend that. Which said I had to make the decision to pull back in case I needed that unit for behind enemy lines or something. So I was like, it kind of puts you on the spot in a lot of ways. And the nice thing is, you could play. Say we played this again, it'd be a completely different game.
Oh, absolutely.
Same army versus your army. Just draw new cards, new decks, completely different game. Whereas if it was an Arcs of Omen game, it would probably be very similar.
Pretty similar.
It could be a completely different winner,
depending
but the moves would be very same, right? Yeah, exactly. That's and there's nothing wrong with the Arcs of Omen there, but like if you're only playing that, it's nice to be able to change it up with Tempest of War, which is also a match play format.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So it's you still follow all the rules for match play. It's the open war cards that are like the narrative end of things, but I find those fun. Because it's like a singular purpose that has a narrative behind the game, but you're still playing with the match play rules, which is nice, So you get to play more of the Warhammer that you kind of hope to play, or it's at least a nice break from the fundamentals of the game, essentially,
and I found a new appreciation for it, because the first time I played Tempest, it didn't go too well for me.
That's the one risk to Tempest that I'm not a huge fan of, because it is random by nature, and if you play, like Eternal War is like, no matter what, you're going to play the game. That's the nice thing. That's the very nice thing about Arcs of Omen. You're going to play the game no matter what.
Absolutely.
Unless you're playing against an extreme veteran and you're a new player. You're probably not going to play the game that well then. But Tempest of War, you could be the most experienced player in the world and get no secondaries, just because they just don't line up nicely, right? So for your first game, where you're not really hitting your secondaries and the other guy's just rolling all over you, that can be a little rough. But you play the game enough, and you understand that can be the outcome sometimes. It's kind of like playing Blood Bowl too. Sometimes you just roll with the punches. And like this is my 3rd game in a row where I haven't scored secondaries till the 3rd turn. Really? And I'm like, whatever, it happens. You try your best.
Detrimental.
It is, yeah.
If somebody gets juicy secondaries and you get trash,
you kind of got to do what you got to do.
Weather
the storm.
Exactly. You just try and hit them hard enough so that they can't score on the second half of the game and you can. So you kind of, you play a little bit safer, hold off, don't do anything too reckless. Whereas on the other end, if you're up in points, you can play recklessly. You can try and hammer your opponent, make them sweat, get them in a bad spot. Yeah. It's kind of cool how I like Tempest of War quite a bit. So back in the day, they had Mails from a War, which was like this, but like to an extreme degree, where you were all over the place. It was pure chaos.
Yeah.
That was the only way to score was with the cards. And it was like they were worth like D3 victory points, D3 plus 3 victory points. And it was like go to objective 1, go to objective 6, go to objective 3, go to objective 5, hold 5 for 2 turns, kill that character, kill a flyer. It was like so random. It was like all over the place. This one is a lot more reasonable because it takes the secondaries from the Arcs of Omen, or a variation of them.
Right.
And so it's things that a lot of players are already familiar with, but you only have to do it once and like in a more simple way, I guess, technically. Yeah, like no prisoners, just kill 30 wounds worth of models. Not like keeping a tally all the way up to like the 120 you need or whatever. Yeah.
I'm used to that one though.
Exactly, yeah. And no prisoner, Necrons absolutely every time. Well, it's 15 points. It's guaranteed 15 points almost every time, right? Just because how the nature of reanimation protocols work, especially with scarabs on the table, which are going to be in a lot of lists too.
Yeah.
Because they're flying, obsec, move fast, right?
They're so good for so cheap.
You just kind of like take it on the funny thing with Necrons is like, okay, I'm going to play Necrons. I'm going to get max secondaries, no matter what. And then my opponent's going to get max no prisoners. That's kind of like how every Necron game goes. Which, again, that could be kind of boring in a lot of ways if you do that like 20 games in a row, right? It's like, you can almost kind of play at how this game's going to go, and you just kind of hope something interesting or weird happens in it.
You have to find a way to scrap, not necessarily scrap, especially as a Necron player, but to get those primaries, because you're probably going to max out most of your secondaries. But what I love about the Necrons is they're so tough to remove.
Yeah.
That you have that fighting chance, where I'm used to almost the whole edition, the Necrons were just a punching bag.
Yeah, that's pretty much where they're at right now. I'm not like in love with how they play the Arcs of Omen, because it's kind of like stand on objectives, get the crap kicked out of you for 5 battle rounds, and then you look at the clock, and then you look at the score. Okay, well, I'm at like 85, 90. What are you at? Please be less than that. Okay, you are. I win. And that's essentially every Necron game.
A lot of games as a Necron player, especially in the RTT I did this last week, and I'm like, oh, I'm losing this game. I look at the scorecard, and I'm like, oh no, I'm doing
winning rather well. Yeah, like okay,
I got my army's gone.
I got my 45 secondaries on turn 3. Okay, now I'm just pushing for primaries for the rest of the game. All right. Oh, you whiffed that turn? I pretty much guaranteed win. Like if anyone whiffs a turn of like anything against Necrons, almost guaranteed Necron win. Yeah. You got they're a damn good army, but not for the reasons I want them to be a damn good army. You know. Yeah. I want them to. I like scrappy in the middle. The durability. They technically play attrition, but not like in the most exciting way. You know. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. That's just the nature of the beast. We've got a new edition around the corner. We've been. It's not so much that it's a bad format. It's just we've been playing it for so long now.
Yeah.
And then it's just getting a little stale, right?
Yeah, especially being through COVID, it feels like it was longer than it actually was.
It hasn't even been 3 years, really. No. Yeah. So it's just because you had so much time to play so many games, right? And do so much practice, right? Yeah. Oh god, especially like if people were playing online with their friends, it's like, well, we played a game. What do you got to do? Nothing. So you want to play another one, right? It's just
played a lot of online games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so yeah, I get it. A lot of people were always asking me. I typically only I play a little bit with my friends, but I like to watch more or less. I have to play so much at work, so I feel I'm always afraid if I play more off camera that I'll I'll get burnt out or something. So I got to be careful. But it's it gets a little predictive. It is nice though. I wonder sometimes it's kind of nice when there's an outcome you didn't expect, and then sometimes it's just annoying.
Yeah. I've had a couple of those games, but you roll with the punches, and unlike you, I don't play it every day, all day, so I still have a lot of excitement around the gameplay.
That's good too. Luckily I get the option of playing so many different armies that keeps it fresh for me. Right now I'm going through an Astra Militarum cycle. I'm not really playing them that best. I'm not getting my auras all lined up nicely as much as I would like to be, but I'm still having fun with it, and that's all that really matters. I've always appreciated the guard. As long as you're not like, now there's guard where you could I don't know. I never know how to word it. Like you can play guard where you're trying to win, you know. Or you can play guard where it's like a pretty good, like it can have some teeth.
Yeah.
But it can also be fun for your opponent to play against as well, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of funny when like guys with las guns do a couple of damage. I could have killed the Silent King, but I didn't. But you know, if I had like Catachan with like all the buffs on them and everything, yeah, that's kind of like you're trying a little too hard there, right?
Yeah.
So
it would not have lasted.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that I found a happy medium with the guard here, where it's like you get to kill a bunch of my models, but I got a bunch of models to score the game with and try and gum things up with, and then I got the tanks for the heavy support. They're quite fun. I still have to try a super heavy out. We'll see how that goes. All the stratagems are a lot more expensive for it, and I don't even know if he can be ordered by tank orders, so I'd have to look into that a little bit more. But anyways, folks, that's it for this game. Thanks again, Duff, for the excellent game, and kind of going through the whole thing there with me. It was a grind until the very end there. We were playing for quite a while, and hopefully you, the viewer, enjoyed what you've seen here. Make sure to go check out Duff and all his content in the link in the description below. A lot of painting.
Yes.
A lot of painting. Yes. What are you working on right now?
It's kind of up in the air because like I'm always working on my own army.
Okay, fair.
But I did a charity army that benefited wounded warriors for Motor City Mayhem.
Oh, is that for Pete?
Yeah, for our team, Pete and I, Death or Glory, and that's going to be happening this year, the weekend of Memorial Day in Detroit, and we're actually making it into a bigger convention this year. So I'll have painting classes there, myself, Eric Swinson's teaching. We've got a lot of painters teaching and tons of giant tournaments. It's a super major. So I'm working on the Tau army that I painted last year for that. I have one more unit to finish, but thankfully one of my viewers won it. And she's very chill about it. She's like, it's cool. I know you're busy because I'm on the road so much. So I've got those to paint. I've got corpse grinders for Necromunda to paint.
Excellent.
And I hopefully am going to continue my Sons of Medusa army too.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, go check all that out in the description down below, guys. That'll redirect you to where you need to be. Happy wargaming for now, and we'll catch y'all next time for some more Warhammer.